I am Victoria Herrick, and the subject of my entrepreneurial interview was Hadi Partovi, the CEO of Code.org and an angel investor. Hadi is a tech entrepreneur, investor, and the CEO of Code.org. Born in Tehran, Iran, Hadi is a self-taught software developer who used computer programming to fund his high school and college attendance, including earning a master's degree at Harvard University. Hadi worked at Microsoft before founding two startups, including the Tell Me Network and iLike, one an early mobile startup and the other reimagining music. Hadi launched Code.org in 2013 in partnership with his twin brother Ali and established computer science classes reaching 30% of U.S. students and inventing the global Hour of Code movement that has touched millions of students, including mine. As an early advisor to many tech startups, his investments have included Facebook, Dropbox, Airbnb, and Uber. He currently serves on the board of directors for Axon and Convoy. What is Code.org? It's a nonprofit organization that provides and improves computer science education to underrepresented communities, including women and K-12 schools. In pursuing this mission, Code.org has become the leading provider of computer science curricula in the largest school districts in the United States. Over 70 million students and 2 million teachers, including me, have used lessons from Code.org. This is a shot of the home screen of Code.org, and you can see at the top there, you have the option to take a look at lessons you can teach or projects you can download and share in your classroom. Code.org is also included in other popular software such as Minecraft. Their website includes some core values, including believing that computer science is foundational for all students, being committed to equity and access, the power of collaborative education, being responsive to feedback, transparency, and thinking big and acting holistically. Early research indicated that Code.org exhibits fundamental leadership concerned with emotions, values, ethics, and the long-term goals of all involved in the organization, harnessing followers' motivations to inspire and guide them to their fullest potential. As its vision states, Code.org's long-term mission is for every student in every school to have the opportunity to learn computer science. We imagine a world in which computer science is fundamental. The organization reported total expenses for 2021 as $23 million, with over 51% of high school students participating. The goal for 2025 is to increase that number to 80%, with more attempted AP exams. They're also looking to increase the student accounts of 67 million in 2021. Code.org is dedicated to working in open source with free technology and courses. Currently, Code.org employs 512 employees and is based in Seattle, Washington. They feel that the role of the teacher is critical. Over 1 billion students benefited from the Hour of Code during the global pandemic of 2020. Hadi believes that his career success is attributed to his exposure to learning computer science at an early age in Iran, but this was made possible because his father was a physics professor and his mother was a computer scientist. Quote, most children do not have the same access, and most parents depend on schools to prepare their children for the future. I wanted every student to have the same opportunity that I did, and the only way to accomplish that is for schools to teach computer science. Hadi learned computer programming from reading books the old-fashioned way. This was before YouTube and also before the World Wide Web. Quote, often I would type programs from reading them in the book and then change them to see how I could improve on them. Or I would read about algorithms in a book and then see if I could implement them in code. Hadi believes in setting a big vision, hiring the right people, delegating, but also getting into the weeds to make sure certain content is on point, most especially with the very popular Hour of Code. Hadi is proud of the high-quality content on Code.org, but he's also supportive of teachers mixing and matching content to get the best result in their classroom. He's supportive of other STEM coding edutech companies who support his mission to make computer science available to all students. With respect to his investments, including Uber and Airbnb, his most important goal is to make a return on his investment, but he also selects companies which support his values and his vision. A good example is Axon, which creates video recording technology for law enforcement. Quote, public safety and society is an important value to him. His biggest challenge is a mentality that computer science is optional, that it's only for the nerdy kids who want careers in tech. This is not the approach that society takes when teaching mathematics or algebra or biology. Quote, we need adults, especially administrators, to recognize that making space to teach computer science to every student is not optional, and that mentality is the hardest thing to change. My interview allowed me to build upon my preliminary research to discover that Hadi's leadership approach is a mixture of authentic, transformational, and path goal leadership with an adaptive approach. Hadi is authentic and real based on his personal experience with learning computer science, the impact it had to all of his work, and his immigrant story, which touches others in similar situations. His authentic leadership is grounded in his positive psychological qualities, self-awareness, and strong ethics. Hadi is transformational. He is concerned with emotions, standards, and long-term goals. His ethics and values guide his life decisions, according to Northhouse 2018. Hadi is a path goal leader in that he is attentive to creating quality content. In his own words, he sets a big visions, but at times can be, quote, a micromanager. Hadi gets involved and looks at the work of others, engaging with subordinates in a way that provides information and supports goals. Hadi is adaptive, stating that he, quote, hires the right people and trusts them. He gets on the balcony, maintains disciplined attention, gives work back to the people, and protects leadership voices from below. Why did I choose this leader? Well, I chose this leader because I teach coding to middle school students using code.org in my STEAM lab and other similar products. I have participated in the Hour of Code. I was interested to find out what drives Hadi to continuously improve and evangelize the product as I see him doing online. He's very passionate about it. I found that we had similar student interactions with the story that he shared. Quote, one parent wrote about her daughter who is dyslexic and struggling with her coursework in 3rd grade. She hated school and felt like she would never be good at anything. But then they tried code.org and the daughter was the best in her class, and suddenly this changed her entire outlook, not only on coding, but on school and life in general. That is my favorite story, and I can attest to many similar stories with my students. Why was this leader inspirational to my personal mission and purpose? Well, his life's work and his resources helped me to fulfill my mission statement and core values with others that I developed at the beginning of this class. My mission statement: to enable people to connect with each other, to learn, grow, and reach their potential with the fullness of life. My values: connection, for people to be able to understand one another and feel seen and heard. Learning, for people to take in information and understand it more fully. Growth, for people to achieve more through collaboration. Inclusiveness, for people to feel accepted. And delight, for people to feel a sense of pleasure and lightness. I love to bring that to my classroom. This is an example of one of his products that I have facilitated in my class, this Minecraft for Education Global Hour of Code with a Tale of Two Villages. There's a few challenges in here that are a little tough, and there are 2 options for doing the code, both block coding and also in syntax. I discovered that this leader aligns with my beliefs, and he inspired me to set a much larger vision around the work that I do and the impact that I have on students. By using his resources and other STEAM activities, which I think it's pretty cool that he's very encouraging of that, I'm participating in a larger vision and value system that includes a national movement. And this is his recent post where 50 governors committed to computer science in K through 12. My references for this project were code.org, the website, Comparably story on code.org, including information about the company and reviews, and North House, Leadership Theory and Practice 8th edition.